What's up, Flipsetters? So it's oh my goodness, May 3rd, and my dad and I just got out of Amazing Spider-Man 2, and we haven't talked about it yet. But it was awesome. But it was awesome. But there were parts that weren't awesome that kind of detracted from it a little bit here and there. But overall, it was pretty awesome. What do you think? What do you think?
I didn't like it.
I knew you weren't gonna like it. I knew you weren't gonna like it.
It was really awful, actually.
No, it was not.
Yeah,
it was good.
Pretty bad.
It wasn't awful. It did have like a lot of like teen angst type
That's fine.
stuff
That was
in
the
it.
best part about it.
What? I mean, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't the best part. Well, why'd you hate it so much?
Well,
Why'd you
it
hate
got
it?
goofy. It really got goofy.
But
And
that's Spider-Man.
no.
That's Spider-Man.
Not Spider-Man goofy.
No, like him with the fire hat. Oh, copyright. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. The fire. Okay.
It's funny.
Spoiler alert. At one point in a big battle scene, Spider-Man shows up helping the fire department. He's wearing a fireman's helmet.
It was funny.
It looks ridiculous. It was
It's
funny, but
hilarious.
right then,
I can tell you something clicked for you. Something clicked for you.
Going down.
You never saw the first one, did you? Of
Yeah.
the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes, I did.
I will say that I like the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's a lot better than this series.
I do too. I like the old ones better.
But I did like this one. I knew what was coming. We're not gonna spoil. No spoilers. But I knew it was coming because
I'll spoil it. Spider-Man dies.
It's not true. Well, it could be true. I mean, I don't know. Go watch the movie. I knew it was
In
gonna
my
happen.
heart,
Though,
in my heart, Spider-Man's dead.
Because that happens in the comic books. I feel like these are more faithful to the comic books than the other movies.
Listen, I'm going to tell you a few
No,
things.
shush!
I'm going to tell you a few things.
Well, I'm talking about a certain point.
Okay.
I knew it was gonna happen because it happened in the comic books. I cried.
No, let's not tell him that.
Hold on, did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
Were you sad?
But listen, let's talk about something else.
Were you sad?
Yes, it was sad.
It was really sad. I cried, Dad. Out of
Yes.
both eyes. It wasn't just
Here's
like
why.
a single
Here's why.
eye. It was like a
Let
blank.
me get to tell him.
You should know that from me.
Tickets are $9 a piece.
Oh, it was so worth it. It was good.
That's why I cried. No.
Well, Dad.
Listen, the electricity guy, he shows up in boxer shorts.
You don't
one
even
time.
know his name. Okay.
Electro.
Yeah, okay.
I
And
know.
in the comics, he's got like a giant like fish bowl of electricity on his head at all times. So they totally took the liberties with the. I was a huge Spider-Man nerd growing
Who
up.
gave the guy
Huge.
boxer shorts?
Okay, well, this is
Plus, the next day, he shows up with a brand new designed uniform. That's ridiculous.
No,
I
it's
hated
not.
that.
No, I mean.
Oh, it was awful. Do not go see it.
No, go see it.
Go see Winter Soldier. It's a better movie.
It's a shame that. First of all, with the boxer shorts, he has like those implants in him too. So he had those boxer shorts on him when he was in there, but when he transported, he took everything with him. So he had those boxer shorts on him the whole time.
Why are you putting boxer shorts on the guy?
You don't want to show his man parts hanging
He
out.
doesn't have man parts. He's a glob of energy.
Then why does he have hands and feet? Then he probably is a man part.
They're not as detailed anymore. He's probably just like a Ken doll.
I don't think that's
It's
the
not
case.
anatomically correct anymore. It's a glob of electricity.
I mean, well, I'm happy we didn't have the chance to find out.
At least they could have made him just a glob of electricity.
But then that would be goofy because as soon as he's not wearing pants, everyone's eyes are going straight there.
No.
Yeah, that's what.
not how that
And then
works.
it would be weird because
That's
like
ridiculous.
the electric guy's not wearing any pants. This is a scandal. So they had to put pants on him.
Just like Bugs Bunny's not wearing any pants.
Bugs
or
Bunny's
Mickey
not a
Mouse.
human.
Well, Mickey Mouse is, but
Mickey Mouse is wearing the.
it doesn't matter. They could
It
have
was
just
good.
made
It was
him just a glob of energy without boxer shorts. Give me a break.
They can't just have him naked. But I liked the like the electrical music they had for him.
You know
it's
what,
like
that's the other
dubsteppy.
thing.
It was trippy.
I'm glad you said that because one of the real disappointments of the movie is the score.
Yeah, the score
It
was,
was
really
awful.
awful.
It
Like
didn't fit.
the very beginning, opening like title. It's just the Spider-Man logo. It's not actually a title, but there's this It's like a trumpet theme for
was
Spider-Man,
weird.
and
It was like
it was
Ben Hur.
off. Just the old Spider-Mans are so much better, but this was still good. This had its moments. It's a lot funnier It's a funny
You know
movie.
the best part of the movie, I think?
All right, if you say the ending, I will shut this video
No.
off immediately.
The best part to me was Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, she's.
You know,
she's
I
good.
liked that
I like the
interaction
character.
between them and stuff. I liked that. I wanted to,
They've got
you
a
know.
good chemistry,
yeah.
the two of them, and the character. They wrote the characters together well. Except you were gone for like one of the funnier parts with the
No.
elevator. You missed that. It was on Jimmy Fallon the other night, so I totally saw it though.
Oh.
Twice. Okay, yeah.
Don't go see it.
No, go see it. It's
Don't
good.
go see it.
What was the best? What was your least favorite part?
My least
I
favorite
didn't
part?
like Harry Osborn.
I do not like that he showed up, the globular electrode. I do not like that he showed up the next day in a designed superhuman costume.
Yeah, that was.
He even had a little lightning
He had a
bolt.
lightning bolt on
He had a
his
lightning bolt on his shoulder.
It's like he had a custom
arm.
lightning.
It was ridiculous.
These people.
And I'm
we're
so
not-
sick. I'm so sick of the goblins. The hobgoblin, the green goblin. Get those out of the story.
But the Hobgoblin had to be in the story for something to happen. It's in the comic book.
It doesn't matter. They change the comic books all the time.
But I know it was kind of
We're
weird.
Sick of.
I mean,
the-
they obviously weren't faithful to the comic book because the whole thing with the Rhino is the
I have
Rhino's
another
not
thing.
a
The
mechanical
Rhino.
guy.
Listen.
What was the point?
Paul Giamatti as the Rhino.
I was
That
wondering.
was awful. He's not a tough guy.
And his name came up before Aunt May in the credits, and he was in the movie for like a total of 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's a big time actor.
But
and he's
that's-
a good actor, but he doesn't play a tough guy. If you saw him in real
He's
life,
supposed to be
you'd
a Russian
never-
mobster in this.
Yeah. Some bald, tattooed Russian mobster, who's supposed to be super tough, and it's Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
He's like a little pasty white guy that you could take his wallet. You saw him on the street.
There
was awful.
were definitely a lot of plot holes. Like, if you sat down and looked at this movie as like a work of art, you could totally just pull it apart in many different ways. But if you just look at it as a fun movie, it is a fun movie, but it's just not a good movie. But
No,
it's really
not
entertaining.
A good movie at all.
It's really
First
entertaining.
of all, the villains, the super villains, who are destroying, of course, the entire city. That's what we get in these superhero movies
naturally.
now.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do a little spoiler. Little spoilers. No big deal. It's not a plot point.
Not a plot point.
One time, there's a battle between, for instance, at the end, there's a battle between the
No
Rhino,
spoilers. And at the end,
the Rhino.
it was in the trailer,
Just
so
real
it's
quick,
fine.
yeah,
It was in the trailer.
The Rhino and the police. And the
So
police,
stupid.
the police are just they're shooting their guns, and the Rhino has guns, and he's blowing these police away. He doesn't care.
He's not killing
destruction.
anybody. He's just shooting
He's
the cop
probably,
cars.
the implication is that, people are going to die from bullets.
but nobody died.
But this little kid,
Maybe someone did.
pops out and goes into the street. And it's kind of supposed to be moving.
Yeah, but he's.
But the Rhino, the mean guy who just escaped from like a maximum penitentiary place, stops.
he stopped
The
shooting.
police stop shooting. The Rhino stops shooting. After these villains are destroying tons of people.
And the police don't
and
try
the
to
entire
stop
city.
the kid or anything. And
Yeah, and listen, there's a big gun battle right at the end, and the police have cordoned off people on the edges.
yeah, they're all watching.
Not to get any closer.
They're all watching.
They're watching.
They're
the gun
behind just
battle.
a railing, just at the intersections of the street.
It's ridiculous.
It does have some ridiculous moments.
It does have some good moments.
Yeah.
But the majority is ridiculous.
It's an okay movie with funny moments, really cool moments, but it has more plot holes. But I enjoyed it.
I'm sick of Oscorp. If you're gonna keep doing this and making these origin tie-ins, I'm so sick of this. I hate it.
You told me one time.
Now, I'll tell you the best part of the movie. Here's the best part of the movie.
Okay.
The X-Men trailer.
No.
Yes, the X-Men
No, don't
trailer.
say
Now,
that.
That's gonna be a great movie.
Look.
That's gonna be a great
You told
movie.
me one time that sometimes my vlogs are too ranty.
Do you like?
What's
Well,
this?
you're
feeling
You're
you.
goading me. Yeah, you're goading me. You're telling me.
It
Tell
was-
us a good part. Tell us a bad part. Did you like the movie?
Yeah. Wait, whoa. I turned them on up here. But the what did we
Yeah.
do? Oh.
Whoa.
It was a good movie. I wouldn't go see it full price. Go see it matinee. It had some cool
Video.
parts.
Redbox,
It
$1.
had-
Don't even get the Blu-ray.
Netflix.
Don't even spring for the
Don't-
Blu-ray in Redbox.
Don't listen to him.
It's $1.39
Don't listen
or
to him.
something. Go for the
It
$1.19.
wasn't that bad.
Oh, it was
But
awful.
what is disappointing is that you know that at some point Sony's rights are gonna go out on Spider-Man, and then once Disney has like all the rights to it, and the normal Marvel, whatever studio is doing them all now, they're gonna reboot it again so they can do their crossovers.
Well, the guy, he's British.
Andrew Garfield,
Yeah.
he does a good Spider-Man.
But he falls into his British accent every now and then.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, every now and then
Didn't
there's just a
notice.
little bit that he can't say without sounding British.
I think he did. See, this Spider-Man is, I feel, more Spider-Man like the comic books. And like more like
I
normal
like
Spider
the feel
because he's
of
like
the last movies. The
yeah,
Tobey
me too.
Maguire
I
movies.
prefer
It's
those movies, but I'm just saying this one, Spider-Man's, he seems younger and goofier a little bit. Like he takes it a little less
I don't
seriously, but seriously at the same time. I don't know. Prefer the Tobey Maguire ones. This is good though. It was not great.
I don't want Tobey Maguire back. He was
just
good,
just those movies were
but
better.
ever since The Great Gatsby, I don't even want to look at.
No, The Great Gatsby was so good.
Yeah,
Oh no! Now we
What
have
a
to talk
waste.
about this.
What a waste of celluloid.
Why would you say that? It was so
Because
good.
it's just.
Dad, I cried tears of sadness and sorrow. Dude,
And now
man tears.
I'm gonna cry, knowing that.
Dad, I've seen it 3 times. I've cried every single time. It's such a sad movie.
That is pathetic. Haven't you read the book?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
cry during the book. The book sucked.
Ridiculous. The movie was awful.
No, it's so good.
Yeah, it was awful.
It's got a good soundtrack, and it's like really dynamic. And Moulin Rouge guy cried like a baby. That was circumstantial, though. That one doesn't count because that was like
Yeah, that was.
circumstance.
Yeah.
I think the same thing applies to Great Gatsby and Spider-Man.
Okay, just do yourself a favor. Don't pay full price.
But go see it.
Okay, don't even get popcorn because you don't want to throw it up.
It's not that bad,
It's not that good.
but it's not that bad.
The longer I'm thinking about it,
The more you're
worse
gonna
it's
hate it.
getting.
What was the worst part of the entire movie is it was just it was an error on their fault, and I caught it as a YouTuber. When they showed the YouTube page, there was a point where he's like watching a YouTube video, and the YouTube page comes up.
You ruined that part.
It's not a big part in the
You can't
movie.
tell.
It's a tiny part.
No point
Anyway.
in watching it.
So, YouTube page comes up, right? And as soon as I ever see a fake YouTube page, like even in YouTube videos, it's like you gotta look and make sure if they did their homework or if there's something funny.
Yeah.
They had a like bar at the bottom. You know, it's a science video, and it has 92 likes and 0 dislikes. The like bar doesn't go all the way. There's like a ratio set up for the dislikes, and there's 0 dislikes. That bugged me so much. Worst part of the movie. On second thought, don't see it. Don't see it. They did not do their homework. It's trash heap.
It's an awful movie. It really is.
It was
it's just
fun.
more Oscorp and oh.
I think the good parts outweighed the bad parts, but you still shouldn't see it full price. Final
And
review.
listen, one more thing. His uniform doesn't fit right.
That bugged me so much.
It's kind of like just kind of saggy a little bit.
Yeah, and
it
at
doesn't-
one point you
doesn't-
saw his wrist because his glove wasn't on all the way.
It doesn't cling to his.
Well, he
to
doesn't
his-
really have a physique, the guy. And so maybe that's why they made it more baggy, so it didn't seem like
look-
scrawny man.
But they have special effects. They can make it.
They should have just
I don't
hired.
know. It was awful.
The costume is awful. I was thinking about that. I'm like, in the other Spider-Man's just like skin tight, and he looked like he could like move and everything.
Yeah.
This one is like his shirt's gonna
And
get
his
caught on
eyes
like
are like
something.
3D. They come off the head now.
They did.
They're
That's
like
a
they're
comic
like
thing now.
domes. They're like
It's like fruit fly man.
yeah, it's like a fly. Oh, it's awful. Don't go see it.
Dad, we should write a Spider-Man movie. It would be awesome,
Yeah.
and we will absolutely have Mary Jane in it instead of Gwen Stacy.
I like the Gwen Stacy tie-in here. I liked it.
I mean, it's okay. It's redheads are way more attractive than blondes, and so if you're gonna have a whole movie, you gotta have Mary Jane. I lost you.
No, it has so much
has merit.
bigger problems than that. That's all.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This is officially the longest video I have ever put on this channel.
It is?
It's almost 20 minutes long.
Whoa. And it's the same thing. We're saying the same thing over and over.
No, we didn't. We said new things.
Okay.
Like Gwen Stacy. Emma Stone?
She did great.
Yeah, she did really good.
She's growing on me.
I didn't like her at first, but did you see the lip sync battle that she did with Jimmy Fallon the other day?
Oh, no.
You should check that out on YouTube, on his channel. Watch this video. Don't leave this channel, but if you ever do, go to Flipsider Films. And if you ever leave that, go to Flipsider Games. If you ever leave that, you should probably go to Reflect. That's probably a good idea. And then go check out Jimmy Fallon. But she's pretty. But she has really big eyes. Have you...
You know who else has big eyes?
That's why they were so good together. Is because they both had gargantuan eyeballs. But yeah, she's pretty.
Every time they make him Spider-Man movie, his eyes get bigger and bigger and bigger on his head.
So wait for there's gonna be a next one.
Yeah, it's all eye. Just
But
one big
I
eye.
really, really hope the next one is not all about the Hobgoblin and like Harry.
Oh.
Not that maybe
Or Paul
he's
Giamatti.
still around by the end of the. I don't know. You should see the movie. But if the whole movie is centered around him and the
Oscorp. If
Oscorp is included, no, make a good Spider-Man movie about Venom or Carnage. Carnage is such a cool bad guy.
Just give Spider-Man
Venom and Carnage together.
Just give
That'd be
Spider-Man
awesome.
a good villain and a good story. Stop making him. Listen, another thing.
Where's the rest of the
He's
light?
dodging bullets. I mean, he's fast. He's Spider-Man. At one time, he's talking to
Where are you going
Mary
with this?
Jane. Who's Mary Jane? I don't know.
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy, right? And all of a sudden, she goes like this, and he's gone. And his shoes are even there, and his clothes are hanging on the little tree.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Because he's not Superman.
He's Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man. He's not
He's
as fast.
Have you tried to kill a spider before? It's
is
there 1
not-
second,
I-
and it's gone.
I kill every spider I try to kill.
Well, you should take up like super villainry because you're really good.
I could. I'm scarier than Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, it's true. I'm
So-
scared of you.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I guess that's
at
it.
this point, it's like, can we push it to 20 minutes? And then, will people still watch it? Probably not. I mean, maybe like a couple people.
I don't know.
But anyway, final verdict.
Don't go see it. Or see it like this.
No, go see it. Don't go see it full price. Don't maybe even go see it at the movie theater. Unless you like fun movies and Spider-Man. If you like Spider-Man, you'll like it.
I like Spider-Man.
But-
like it.
Go see it. And then make your own video about this and send it to us. And not that we'll ever do anything with it, but we'll watch it.
Yeah,
I will.
As long as it doesn't have Oscorp in it, we'll watch it.
Venom and Carnage are such cool bad guys.
Yeah,
So
but then
cool.
it starts to deal with Spider-Man's psyche and all that. I just
it's
want a
cool.
good villain and a good story, and stop with the whole. I can't have any friends because the enemies are going to start killing my friends. So I gotta.
That's
I
like
gotta pull back.
Spider-Man's like thing.
Just give me another story.
You know,
it's the same story
I have a question.
every
I have a
single
question.
time.
I have a
It's
question.
like the Superman movies. Same movie, basically.
Yeah, but nobody likes Superman, so that doesn't count. Spider-Man
Doesn't
like,
have big eyes.
he doesn't have big eyes. He's got big pecs.
Yeah,
He's very
Superman.
muscular. They should have gotten Superman to play Spider-Man.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very handsome fellow.
Yeah.
At one point, Spider-Man in the books, comic books. I don't think I've ever actually read a Spider-Man comic book. I just know all about them. It's the smallest popcorn you'll ever get. Still like $19. But yeah, never read a Spider-Man comic book. I know like everything about him though, because I read all the lore stuff. I have this. Remember that big Spider-Man book you got me for my birthday? Like
No, I never got it for your birthday.
15
That's
years
my.
ago?
That's mine.
no, it is not.
That's mine. I let you read it as a kid, and I never got it back.
And you never will. I'm not
Now
talking
you know
about the
that.
cross. I'm not talking
Oh,
about.
you're not
the
talking about the crossover?
No, it's the
Oh.
visual guide to like Spider-Man's history.
Where's the crossover book?
I don't know. It's somewhere. I know exactly where it is. I'm not gonna tell you because I have good memories with it. But anyway, I am like a spider. If you try to attack me, I will be gone with my shoes,
I know. You won't
and my
even,
shoes
you won't
will
even
still
see
be.
it coming. You'll see it coming.
I would, but I can sense when it's
What
real.
is that?
It's hat hair. It's awful. Don't look at it.
It's not only hat hair.
So anyway, at one point,
It's where they make hair for everybody else.
at one point, Spider-Man, he gets married and he has children in the comic books. So would you like a Spider-Man movie set at that point when he's already settled down? So it's not about this, oh, I can't be with anybody because they will get hurt. It's like, okay, I've got this family now that I could worry about, but then he's like at a totally different place in his life. He hasn't just graduated high school. He's a 30-something, still a Spider-Man. Would that be interesting to you, or would that take
It would be
take away from
more
it?
interesting if he just married a super woman of some kind, so she can take care of herself and they can have a great life because he doesn't have to worry about the villains coming after her. Because if they do, she'd kick their butt.
Gwen Stacy kicked butt.
Yeah, she was good. That's another thing. That was
Yeah.
kind of idiotic.
It was. It was so.
We're gonna have to make another video.
It was so
about the same movie.
Convenient. The movie was extremely convenient. And when Peter Parker goes and does like an investigation thing, really convenient. Just
No,
everything.
it was goofy, and
What the Jamie?
during the biggest battle, Gwen Stacy character.
Hold on.
She like goes into it, and she's like talking to Peter. You can't do this to me. I make my own decisions, and he's about to be killed. The bad guy's 2 seconds away, right there in front of
He's
him.
napping. The bad guy took
See,
it.
and once again, the bad guy stops while someone enters the picture during the battle.
The bad guys stop for monologues or dialogues a lot.
He was unconscious during this time.
That's what Spider-Man should
fair,
do to beat people. He should just keep
Monologue.
talking to other people, and the
Right.
villains will stop.
It was ridiculous.
I feel like the Jamie Foxx character, I think it was like they tried too hard to pull on the sympathy strings of people. It was good for a little bit. It was like at the beginning it was kind of cool. It's like, wow, I kind of feel the very beginning of the movie. No spoilers. If you made it this far, you don't care.
Heartstrings for what? The character itself?
Yeah, it was just like you feel bad for the guy because he's lonely and he's obviously was probably abused as a child and he's losing his hair. He's got a gap in his teeth. I know how you feel, man. And first of all, when he becomes Electro, fixes the gap in his teeth.
Mm-hmm. Perfect teeth after that.
He has perfect teeth after that.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a bad movie.
But they just tried so hard. And it was like, I feel bad for this character. But the movie's starting to make me feel bad as a human being. You know what I mean? But because it comes to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, you're lonely. Shut up. You're getting annoying. And so it makes you feel bad. Because he's constantly, nobody knows my name.
I'm
Happy
invisible.
birthday to me.
Yeah, he's singing happy birthday to himself. Makes himself a cake.
And he's clearly
Which is
psychopathic.
kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
It is sad, but it hits you over the head with it. It's like, this is sad. It's like, stop. I don't care anymore.
He just wants to be seen, and finally he's famous because he's Electrode.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's famous.
Electro. It's not.
Electro.
Yeah, Tro.
He's Electrodyne.
It's
It's bad.
no, it's not.
It
It's
is,
not
it's bad.
bad.
Yeah, it is.
Say
it.
I can't say it. I don't want to say it. I like Spider-Man. I like the movie. I thought it was good. And so,
I disagree.
yeah,
I
Clark Kent.
completely disagree.
Yeah. Well, Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. It was a fantastic
Go
movie.
see it.
10 out of 10.
Go
We'll
see it.
see again. Okay, no. If you were to give it out of 10, you
Out
can't
of
go
10?
negative. You can't go negative.
I'm
Or
not
0.
gonna go negative. I'm not even gonna go past probably 4. But it's not a 10. It's not a 7 even.
But what's a 10?
A 10 is. I don't know what a 10 is.
Is Lord of the Rings a 10?
Lord of the Rings, probably.
Okay, so if that's a 10, then this is a 4. That's not bad, people.
The first Lord of the Rings, not the Hobbits.
Oh, don't get me started on the Hobbit movies.
I like I'm gonna watch I like that.
I
But
thought you liked the second one.
I do like the
Getting off topic! I thought
But
it was a 5 out of 10 with maybe a 5.5 because I liked it.
it's a 4.
It was good.
I said I wasn't going to go as low as 4, but it's 4.
There were some really stupid parts, but if you go see it, just try to have fun with it.
It's goofy.
Just try to have fun with it. Take your kids. Maybe
Don't
not.
Take your kids. It's violent.
Maybe not. But there's
Go see Frozen.
there's no bad words in it.
Yes,
I don't
there
think.
is.
Was there?
Oscorp is mentioned several times.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Electrodyne.
Oscorp. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to click those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. If you stayed for the entire 25 and a half minutes of this, thanks. And we're gonna start a movie podcast soon, and so
Get used to it.
You get that nugget of information. You're welcome. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you guys
On the flip side.